All right. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Gentlemen's Guide.
Yo. We back. We back for another one. It's your boy B Barnes. This is the Gentleman's Guide podcast where we seek to unpack manhood one day at a time.
Yes, sir. Man, it's Seti here, man. Yo, very interesting conversation today, man. I'm definitely excited for this one.
For sure.
Um, and we definitely have like one of my most favorite people in the whole wide world
Yep.
joining us. What we going by today? What we going by? We're going by.
Oh, it's giving Reesey today for
Okay,
sure.
all right, bet.
You're
So we
getting
got
all the Reesey vibes, all of
Let's
the
get it.
Reesey advice, all of
we here for it.
all of it. All
Yep.
of it. It is all
My
Reesey, all
little-
Reesey today.
Little sis, my favorite planner, my favorite ideas for any event, all of the above, man. Absolutely pleasure to have you on with us. And yeah, man, we're excited, B.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Before we dive into this,
Yes, sir.
this
You know how we do.
this abyss of a conversation, because it
Yes.
goes deeper and
It
deeper.
can go
And
real deep.
yeah.
Go real deep.
we gonna start it off with what we drinking.
What
Right.
you drinking, man?
I got some Evan Williams Master Blend. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I'm about to put it up to the camera.
Mm-hmm.
See it? Boom, boom.
Yes, sir.
This one nice and smooth, man. This ain't the ride
I
this
love
time.
it.
I got
Smooth.
Penelope. What's this? This is straight bourbon, white label. White
Yeah.
label, so as you know, one of my go-to. I got Ashley. I'm collecting the whole Penelope.
The whole
Well, you can't see it, but
Yeah.
you know, collecting the whole Penelope cast. Nothing but peas.
pushing
We'll
peas,
get
huh?
there.
Pushing peas.
Pushing
huh?
peas.
What you
I
got,
love
Reese?
it. I love it. I'm going no additives.
Okay.
None of the
Okay.
Don Julios.
Mm-hmm.
We are going straight Trace agaves.
Trace agave.
Reposado, yeah, tonight. Keeping
Here
it
for it,
smooth,
man.
keeping it classy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I had that. I think we had that. I had some sips of that at the
At the
tequila festival.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Definitely a newer go-to.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Hang
to
up the Don
episode.
Julios. Cheers.
Yes.
Just
So what we talking
expand
about
your
today?
horizons. That's
Expand the horizons.
I do buy my whiskey.
cheers.
I got rid of Hennessy.
This one's good.
We're proud of you.
I appreciate it. Got rid of Hennessy.
I never
long
liked
time ago.
Hennessy. I never liked brand. I never liked none of that stuff. E&J
Nah.
hated all of it, bro.
Yeah,
Had bad
I
experience
was a
in college.
Hennessy. I was a Hennessy boy for a long time.
Yeah.
But
But yeah. So
that's not what we're here for.
why are we here? Why are we here?
Why
so
are we
Why are we here? Why are we here?
Why
So-
are we here?
so shout out to Kev on stage. I saw a recent post.
Yeah.
And essentially he was responding to the question, or the statement, I guess the question was, men that don't cheat, what's your secret? Now, Kev on stage, his initial response was, stay in the house, like go to bed,
Right.
spend time with your spouse.
Yeah.
Who you talk to, like talk to on the phone. Like he was like, bro, I talk to on the phone before I go to bed when I'm traveling.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
go to bed.
Go to bed.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody don't go to bed.
Right.
Everybody,
And they don't.
every now and
That
then
was
you
just
gotta,
his response.
yeah. Every now and then you gotta step out just to let loose a little bit. That don't mean
Yep.
you in the
Let your head down a
streets.
little bit.
That don't
Yeah.
mean you in the streets. But
Yeah.
with that said, what's your response to that question?
Me.
Yeah, Reese.
So I
Reese
mean,
or
I think it depends on the individual for real. You know, if you have a gentleman that's man or woman, if you have, but we're gonna focus on men. So if you know yourself, you got to know
For
yourself.
sure.
Yeah.
Just know yourself, man. If temptation is
weak.
you get a little you get the little stay in the crib,
Yeah,
stay in the
bro.
crib, man. But if you can go out and have a good time and go home and have a few drinks, go home, make sure you're straight,
Yeah,
and hey, enjoy yourself, man. Just making sure that you go right back into the crib. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going out don't necessarily mean like you have to, bag every shorty that you see. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
You have to go, you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Especially as a, man in a relationship, man engaged, fiance.
especially married.
and married. I was getting there. I was getting there. So I mean, I think that's just, first and foremost, just know yourself. I
Yeah.
think that I start with that, if and use those two examples.
And Reesey, what's your first?
From a woman's perspective.
Yeah, your first
From a
reaction.
woman's perspective, it all comes down to balance and boundaries.
Mhm.
That's it.
Mhm.
I think, whether it's a relationship, whether it's marriage, right?
Mhm.
Having that balance, having that individuality, right? When we came into this, I sought you out. I loved you. I met you for the individual person that you were. And now that we're together, I don't want you to lose that. If I met you in the club,
Yeah.
don't stop going to the club. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go together. I want you to still, feel comfortable going on your own as well. If I know that that's your thing and that's your vibe, continue to do that, but don't forget what you have at home, right?
Yeah.
But having that balance and creating those boundaries, I think is huge, and I think that's important.
Sure.
I want you to go out. I want you to have a good time. I don't want you to feel like you got to be in the house, in the bed. I appreciate what Kev said. It definitely was. It struck a chord for me. I was like, oh, okay, being in the bed. It sounds good, right? But like you said, that's not everybody's option, not everybody's choice.
Right.
Yeah.
But be respectful. That's all it is.
For sure,
Balance, boundaries, and being respectful while you're doing that.
And just for like clarity, that's how Reesey came on to. That's how we was able to get Reesey on.
Yeah.
Reesey's a very busy woman. Shout out to Portugal.
Shout out to Portugal.
Shout out. Reesey just got back from Portugal doing a phenomenal wedding, beautiful wedding.
Hold on. Pause. I thought you were retired.
Ooh, I am. And every now and then I come out of retirement for very special people.
Yeah.
And they were very, very special. Shout out to Marissa and Dion, to the Quicks, who invited us to come. When I say they planned and curated an amazing weekend, they brought 100+
Oh, that's crazy.
Black people to
fire.
Lisbon, to Portugal, man. It was so dope.
That's fine.
Event after event, Friday, Saturday, and then their big wedding day on Sunday. She has launched her own company as well. And so it was just so dope to be behind the scenes watching them plan. But the two of them, dynamic duo, they planned it all, and we just helped to execute on the back end. And so it was great to just like watch it unfold. But I do come out of retirement every once in a while.
Hey, Seti, I thought she was pulling the Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett was like, "Hey, I'm out of here, man."
She has.
Say what?
I have. I definitely have.
Huh? What'd you say? Bag? Okay, I come out of retirement.
I come out of retirement.
I slide back.
Sometimes I feel, a little MJ-ish. Like I might want to go and try to play something else, and then come back, and do, that's me. That's how I do.
I won't let her retire because I keep having events and ideas that,
which we love that.
Our assistance with.
We love that. Call Classic Company events anytime.
But
and being a wedding planner, right? I see this, and I have my clients and my couples, they are in the honeymoon phase and they're wedding planning and
beautiful time.
They're meeting and, they're in love and, we're planning their wedding. Right. And I'm dropping gems any chance I get. Right. That is my job, to not only educate them about the wedding planning process, but also about what this is that they're embarking on.
The staying married part is totally different than the wedding.
The staying married part. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you all saw, it was another clip, and I hope we can find this, where someone said, you're dating, but you're only inviting God to the wedding. And it was just like, man, like that is so true.
Oh, that's I saw that as well. Yeah. I definitely did say that. I saw that this morning.
Yeah, I saw it this morning, and I was like, wow, like that for me, being in the wedding industry and helping couples really, cross the finish line and get to that point, that pivotal point, in their lives. I was like, man, that is so true. Like it is more than throwing a big party. It's an investment. Especially in 2025, inflation is a beast. So you are investing money, and I express to my clients, you're doing this for your guests. It's a guest experience,
right,
that you're creating. So the more people, the more money. And it's not just about the two of you. You're paying for all these people to come and witness your union, your love. So what are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice? Are these same people that are here, on this day, they're on the days after. Are they there when you're making that decision? Should I go to the club
Mm-hmm.
or should I stay in the bed? Who are you calling? You know,
Yeah.
who's holding you accountable?
That I think
You
that's
know,
the biggest part is having people to hold you accountable.
for
Call,
sure.
to
What's your
call you
circle
out.
look like?
Yeah, bro. Like that's huge. Like everybody needs if a red flag to me, because you talking about red flags. A red flag to
Come
me
on.
is you finding somebody that you may be feeling for whatever reason, and then you do a little bit further investigation. You go on a few dates, you make a few friends, and you come to find out, or at least you come to your conclusion that this person's circle doesn't really hold them accountable.
Ooh.
Doesn't tell them the truth. That is so
Is it a deal
pivotal.
breaker?
I mean, if you're talking to hypothetical single Brandon right now, yeah, because ain't nothing worse than somebody who ain't never been told about themselves.
Okay.
That's crazy that you bring that point. Is how do you address that and I think we're gonna get back to like the original, but how do you address that with somebody that has never been told no, and or you're telling them, or you're holding them accountable to a standard that they've never been held accountable for, based on things that they may have expressed to you. I'm gonna use this as an example. Hey, I wanna do this right here, and yet they tell you whatever this is that they want to do, and months later they haven't even began to do what it is that they told you to do. So when you hold them accountable, hey, what do you say? You said you want to do this. Why haven't you started this? Oh, well, you're lashing out on me. You're, wait, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm saying, I'm just holding you accountable for something that you came to me and talked about. So I 100%, 100% understand what you're saying right there.
And to me, it's not even just that. To me, it's not even just holding you accountable.
I was just using that as an example.
No, I got you. It's more so about the morality and like what's understood don't need to be explained. But if it needs to be explained, are you going to explain it?
For sure.
And how are you going to explain it?
That delivery is everything.
Delivery is everything, but
delivery is everything.
You're right. Delivery and who it's coming from it makes a difference as well. But going back to the original question, staying like me personally, I'm a homebody. Now if you want to compare me and my wife, I'm way more social than she is. Now she loves being around her people, like her tight knit people. But going out into the world, I'm more likely to do that before she would ever do that. And when I do that, it's probably, I would say 3 times out the year, really. I don't go out like that. It's really
one down.
One down. 2 more to go. We almost in December.
Hey, B, one down.
Hey,
you're doing good.
I don't. Like I said, I don't be outside like that. But how you stay married, regardless of if you go out in these streets or not, it really, I think you should have an understanding with your partner that trust is everything. And when I say, oh yeah, I'm going out, me and Sadie about to boom, 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 whatever, she don't think twice, because we built, a foundation that's like, of course, like go out, have fun. And when she wants to go to brunch or go to whatever, like it's the same, it's the same respect. It's the same energy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now that don't, just cause you out there and you don't, I mean, you're not gonna go out looking raggedy. You gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
You put that shit on.
Right?
Put that shit on.
Do your dance, AB.
Okay. But are you supportive? Like, what does that, what does that look like? Are you being supportive? She's getting dolled up. She's, lashes. She's doing her thing. She's looking good, and she's going out with the girls.
I'm very supportive of that.
You're secure in that.
I'm 100% secure.
Perfect. That's what we need.
Yeah. So just a side note, me and Gab, we have conversations all the time where she may be out in public, not necessarily out in these quote unquote streets, but you just doing running errands, going to Food Line or going to the grocery store or whatever. And guys, you see a beautiful woman, you may try to step, you know what I'm saying?
Shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot. Hey, I don't take offense to a guy trying to shoot a shot at my wife. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going, my man, I'm secure. We are secure collectively. Sure. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I understand. She fine, bro. Yeah. Like I get it. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa, Seti. You know where I'm going with this.
And to put into perspective for the people, both of you have beautiful wives. I mean, let's just be real. And that is one thing that I appreciate about Marcetti and Mariah is that they're both very good looking people.
They got handsome husbands too.
And they have handsome husbands. I was getting ready to come back and say that. They both are very good looking people. And both of your wives have very good looking husbands as well.
Sure. For sure. Yeah,
you know, and so I always love when they can post, you know, and said is giving the likes and the comments and emojis. Like, I love that. Yeah, that's what it's about, and that's how it should be. Yeah, you know, absolutely. It's being secure and giving that support. Sure. That's important.
Even let me. No, go ahead. Go ahead. I want you to go.
I was going. You know where I was going, Seti. So
yeah, for sure.
I preface all that to say, you know, we went out last weekend. Now, we were supposed to be at the Bourbon Festival, but that's another story.
We're going to stick to the plan.
You should have stuck to the plan, Seti. But nonetheless, we were quote unquote out in these streets, right? It was me, Seti, couple other guys we were with. Me and Massetti are the only married men. The other guys were, you know, you single.
Damn, we damn sure were.
Yeah, right.
Damn.
Now me, I'm chilling, I'm vibing. I got me a little drink. I'm just
okay.
I see people that I know. We chopping it up. I ain't seen in a while. You know, boom, 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 whatever. That's pretty straightforward, random stuff. Fast forward through the night, we end up at this bar. Everybody that was at this day party ended up at this bar. It was the same people that was there. Old girl come out of nowhere, started showering compliments. I'm like, wait a minute. She came in. I told Gab, I was like, Gab, you should have been there. Like, bro,
mad aggressive.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't even mad aggressive. Your boy was standing right there. He was right there with me. He was like, in another world. I said, maybe in another time, bro. Maybe, but it ain't this time.
Not this time.
Not this world. But and I appreciate. I was like, you know, I like your bald head.
No, that's what I'm saying. They were mad aggressive.
And look, Reesey, I had the little
not the grills.
I had the bottoms in, but it was just the two. I'm very subtle. I'm not a flashy guy. But very subtle. I got the two little fangs on the bottom.
Okay. He stepped out a little bit.
And had my little jersey on. You know, I had a little something on.
Put that shit on.
And this how you know, and this how you know a brother is really confident in who he is. When you step out with a bald head and you ain't got no hat on, that's when you know you're confident.
Okay.
But all that to say, when we had a conversation later on that night, just having a life conversation. That's how we do when we get together. And I'm telling one of our friends, I'm like, bro, I said, when you got a foundation, when anybody just can't step to you and then you just fold like that. I say,
right.
It's much deeper. Like what we have is much deeper than the physical.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And it's really hard to put it into words.
I think you just did though.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, bro,
you summed it up.
Yeah, it's like I'm good. Like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like we good. Yeah. This don't faze me, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. We said it plenty of times. I'm a married man. I'm not a blind man. So I ain't blind. But there's a line. There's, like you said, Reesey, there's boundaries that that cannot be crossed. You know what I'm saying? And I even try to respect. I was like, and even in that interaction, we were just chopping it up because I was like, bro, I'm a cool guy. I'm a nice guy. I'm a gentleman's guy, obviously. But I'm not gonna just like, leave me alone.
All pun intended.
Leave me alone. I'm married. Now, who does that? What nigga you know is going to? That's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you stepping to me doesn't offend me because I know, at least in my mind, I'm not an ugly guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay,
you ain't doing what Denzel said.
I'm like, I'm leaving here with something.
And let's be real, we see the rings. Like, as a woman, as a female, we see the rings. We peep always. For sure. I mean, that is one thing. Now, and just a preface and a little backstory. As someone who has been married before, right?
Yeah.
Divorced, live around the corner from my ex-husband. Have a great co-parenting relationship with my ex-husband.
That's a beautiful thing.
My boy, man.
Beautiful.
I've tried to work things out with my ex-husband.
Shout out to my boy.
Shout out to Will. Love him. Mad love for him, right?
For sure.
And as somebody who has tried to date in 2025ve,
let's get into it. I know where you're going. Let's get into it.
We're not going there.
No, not specifically you.
Not
We're
you
not
specifically.
talking specifically you. we're gonna
just
generalize
overall in general, right?
general. We're talking about dating in
Trying to date in
2025.
2025, which is like what the helly,
What the
heliante.
hell?
Just it's a hard no for me right now. But just know, like as a woman, as a female, we peep the ring. That is the first thing I look for. And even again, as someone who is in the wedding industry, I'm always gonna look for that because
sure.
and why? Respect,
Yeah.
boundaries,
Yeah.
right? And that's something that I care about, and that's something that I look for.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad that she was showering you with compliments. Honestly, like I'm that girl because I would do the same. Like, oh, look good, like black man, I love this for you. Like,
Yeah.
come on, bald head, like that is so
Yeah.
me,
'Cause-
right?
and
And just out of complete respect,
Yeah.
right? Like that would be me. I would absolutely say that. I would absolutely do that, and I would also be making sure that you're respecting your wife in the same
100%.
sense too,
100%. Yeah.
right? Because I'd be like, oh, all right, now don't let her.
So here's
Don't forget your ring.
to cap. Well, side note, I'm left-handed, so
Same.
whenever I'm drinking, I drink with my left hand. I mean,
Perfect.
my ring is right here.
It ain't going nowhere.
You're
It
You
ain't
know what I'm
see it
saying?
every time.
You can't not see the ring.
going
But
nowhere.
just to cap off that interaction, what ended was I have a public Instagram page. It's not private. So she's like, oh, you got Instagram? I said, yeah, I got Instagram.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I said, all you gonna
Love
see is
that.
my wife and my kids. Like, what you talking?
Love
Like,
it.
and that's
Love
it.
it.
And that's the end of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's nothing. Ain't nothing to it. So
Right.
So let's backtrack for a second. Go back to the list of things why you feel like men don't cheat. What are some things that you feel like are the reasons why
That they do.
that they don't we're stick for this moment we're sticking with
why do?
You know why I'm here. You know
we're
why I'm
sticking
here.
with Kev on stage. We're sticking with Kev on stage for this moment.
Okay.
Brandon, I want to ask you, what are some reasons why you feel like they don't? Reesey, I want to feel like, ask you, and then I'll add to whatever I said earlier.
Okay.
What are some reasons why you feel like men, don't cheat? B?
I mean, really, all the things I've kind of went over briefly, but you got a foundation at the house. You got something that you're building the future together. You're building a life together. You understand what priorities are, and you understand that this little potential fling over here could mess up your entire life. And I'm speaking to I know folks who are in situations, they're not cheating, but I know folks who have cheated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm speaking to them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, bro, like whatever choice you made, it wasn't worth it, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And also shout out to Samote. Samote, he's a R&B singer. He's from Wilson actually, but he's hell of a vocalist. But he's very active on social media. He recently posted another reel. He was talking about he was talking to women, but he was like, love. He was like, he's married. He's married. So I don't care how he make you feel. He married.
Yeah.
And that should be the end of it. Going back to your point, Reese. But why men don't cheat? Like I said, you got something to live for. You got a foundation. You got a good one. You recognize, you don't take it for granted. I'm just out here just trying to let my hair down and have a good time with the fellas. Cheer them on as they go pursue. Hey, bro, there you go. Boom, boom, boom.
Hey, man.
That's it right there.
You throw a oop for him.
Yeah, I tried. Look. I told my boy. I said, bro. She asked me for some gum. She was like, you got some gum? I was like, you don't want no gum. You know what I'm saying? But I said, my boy, so and so right here, he got some, and he actually did have some gum. I was like, I ain't gonna say, I don't want to put nobody's name out there, but
for sure.
I was like, my boy got some. I tried to pat, and then she left. She took the gum, left, and then she came back. I'm like, here we go. I said, bro, it's time to go. And that's when you came. He's like, bro, it's time to wrap it up.
Let's ride. Let's ride.
But those are really what I believe why men don't cheat. You know what I'm saying?
What about you,
they
Reese?
understand the bigger picture. I think that sums it up.
So why they don't, and B Barnes echoing some very, very similar sentiments, right? Going back to wedding day, right? You made a commitment. You found your person. You stood before God, stood before, family, friends. You made those vows. Yep. And especially for family men, you have family You have children who are looking up to you, who are, you're setting the example, you're guiding, you're the man, you're leading your family. That's huge. So, for me, that is my initial of like, hey, this is why they don't. And I really do believe that there are some men who are just like, this is it. Like, this is my calling. This is what I was here to do.
Yep.
I was, here to be married, here to raise my family. And this is truly what I want, and what I desire. And I've, been given this opportunity and I don't want to mess up.
Facts.
Sure.
All facts.
And I've experienced that firsthand, right? Being married to someone who I truly felt like that was it for him. And then I've also been able to witness that through my clients. I've worked with some very, very wholesome men and I've seen it, I've witnessed it, and it was beautiful to see that they just truly felt like, hey, Marcetti being one, right? Like, this is it. Like, this is my person. I found my person. This is my desire. This is what I've been called to do. This is what I truly want in life. And I'm going to go for it. And this is it. And I'm scared and I'm nervous and I get to be the therapist, the planner, the everything on the back end. So I get to hear some of the conversations and things that a lot of people don't get to hear. And I'm honored to be able to experience that and to hear that, and to be that person for some of my grooms and some of my clients in the part of the process, and to be able to encourage them, I think is huge too. And just, again, drop those little gems and, let them know, like, you are making the right decision. This is great. And I do support you. And I think this is awesome that you're willing to be the minority outside of your friend group, who are in the streets, and you're willing to take that step. And, coming from a broken home or fatherless or, whatever the circumstance may be, for most of them, that is what it is. And so I am proud of you. And I do think this is great. And this is why you are making this choice.
Sure.
And you aren't going to cheat.
For sure.
And you are making the right decision, and you're going to stay on the straight and narrow. And this is why you're choosing it, because you don't want to live that life.
What Charlamagne say? Black men don't cheat. That's what Charlamagne say.
Sure.
I'm a black man.
So look,
I'm a black man.
Let me know when we get to the next question.
I'm a black man, so
of why they do, because that's why I'm here.
Reesey,
but I love y'all.
So I'm gonna add a few things, and then that question is gonna transition into
great.
So some of the things that I do want to add to it is the ramifications, of what it consists of, the aftermath of it. Why, whether they have experienced in their past relationships, don't want to experience it again, or they've experienced it in their current relationship and not trying to, experience it again. And I think that now could be, why some, a lot of men don't do it, because, you take somebody that's been in the streets, or somebody that's, I'm more so speaking to somebody that's been in the streets, right? Because if you've never been in the streets, you really don't. I would assume, generally speaking, you never really had dealt with the street life in layman terms, right? So I think why a lot of men, while some men may not cheat, is because they know what it feels like to do that, and everything they had to do to get out of it. So that with that life experience may have taught them a lesson of.
Hey man, I got a question. Why niggas always gotta learn the hard way?
Always.
I don't know, bro. Hey,
like, why you always got to go through hell and high water to get to this final conclusion? Not you. It's a general. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
no, that's very, very. That's
because I've always been the type of person, even as a kid. I'm like, bro, you learn what to do and what not to do from watching, from being observant, and seeing where people fall short or where they mess up. Like, bro, all right, I don't want to do that. Even before I had kids, before I had a wife, before me and Gab was even ever a thing, I was like, bro, my only example of what a baby mama relationship looked like was always negative. I was like, I don't want that. I never wanted that.
For sure. I guess that's
now co-parenting is different, but baby mama, right. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So I guess I generally speaking, I don't. Everybody don't know. Everybody want to feel what that fire feels like. You know what I'm saying? You can't. They don't. They got to feel the fire. You know what I'm saying? and to bring that back, to what we are speaking about, they may have to having to taking an L, or when it
Yeah.
comes to like,
Yeah.
being in the situation of getting caught up, or X, Y, and Z, you know, you get caught up, or you get caught cheating. It's that water hot,
Yeah.
that water hot now.
That stove hot.
That been in some hot water because of some shit you done. It ain't easy to get out of that hot water.
Yeah.
It ain't easy to get out there. You know what I'm saying? So I think just
Reese done swallows. She done swallowed some words. I don't know what she's.
Sips tequila.
She looked like Kamala Harris in that debate with Donald Trump. She was like,
it ain't
"You."
easy to get out that. It ain't easy. And I speak from past experiences where I have come from, I made some mistakes in my my past relationship. I'm just being honest and vulnerable.
Yeah.
For a
Sure.
second. You know what I'm saying? And seeing the consequences of those actions can it make you like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh shit. Like, so it make you tighten up a little bit. So yeah, I think that can cause for someone to like rethink, why their actions and their decision makers. Every action in life always has a consequence, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
And if you choose to continue to have this same consequence, or you can choose to make a better choice in life. I think that's kind of what a lot of men think or go through.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now let's flip it. From a woman's perspective, flip the script
Mm-hmm.
a little bit. Uh
Uh.
oh. She got some notes.
I'm ready.
Uh oh.
Come with it. Come with
That's
it.
what we're here for.
I'm
That's what we're
ready.
here for.
I'm
So
ready.
from a woman's perspective, Reese, we've talked about why men and women don't cheat.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think men or women do cheat?
Women don't cheat, but when we do, when we are provoked, no. But I think speaking in general, people, right?
Yeah.
Because we're all human,
For sure.
and I think let's not lose sight of that. Like man, woman, if you're a part of a community, whatever you identify as, right? We all have feelings, and so I think what it really boils down to, one, retaliation is why people cheat.
Yeah, they get back.
That get back. It's revenge, it's retaliation, or how a lot of people say now or call it being petty. Unmet needs or expectations. I think is a big one and a huge one.
Neglect. Yeah.
Neglect, yeah, just and just that missing piece of dialogue and communication. And I think fear. I think fear of just, whether it's being honest or whatever that looks like. So I think for me, those are like my top three: that retaliation, the unmet needs and expectations, and then just that fear of being honest, because it's obviously something that you're afraid of, either communicating or sharing, or something's going on in life, whether it's, a traumatic experience has happened or whatever it is, that you're not discussing. Something's happening. Or it could just be a season, that you're going through that
That's
you're
what
not.
I was gonna say.
Listen,
because they
I mean,
want to. Because they want to. It can be that simple.
So
you got some unresolved things that you need to go to therapy for.
That too, right? And so it's something that you're scared to discuss and share. And even if it is as simple as because you simply wanted to, or the temptation was there and you acted on it. Yeah. But now you're afraid to, kind of share and be honest about it. And, it's become a thing. And now that one time has become multiple. And now it's, it's a thing.
What do you mean by season?
To clarify, so you're going through a season in life where you are down bad and it just seems like nothing is going right, and it is just I am choosing to do this because people are using that as an excuse. You want to feel good. It's a coping mechanism. Yeah. You are acting on something. Yeah. You are being tempted, and you are using that as
I didn't want to assume
you are using that season of whatever you are going through as an excuse or a reason to step out. Right. And that is not okay. Yep. Be vulnerable with your person. Don't be vulnerable with someone else. If that's your person, you should be able and feel comfortable to come to me. And if you're uncomfortable coming to me, then that's something we need to talk about too, right? Whether that's in the house or in therapy or, with whomever.
Yeah.
But
That's
it should never be the option to
Yeah.
to step out and
When you
go
feel
to.
those, when you have these really deep feelings, and maybe you feel hesitant, or maybe you're trying to figure out how to relay these feelings, that's the opportunity for y'all to grow deeper. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like I'm saying that because I've lived it. You know what I'm saying? We going on 11 years in December. You know what I'm saying?
Love that.
Good night, man.
Yeah. And we've been together.
We did talk about this, but every time
a
I
while.
think about it now, like I like, damn,
Yeah.
11 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. Drop a bomb for that,
Hey,
bro.
man.
Drop a
Got
bomb
to.
for that. Drop a bomb.
Got to.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Every time I hear it, like, and we're gonna get back on track. Every
Yeah.
time I hear about y'all wedding journey, man. Like I said, I've seen y'all. I grew up with you. Me and you been knee high to a grasshopper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then to see Gab come along, and y'all, develop into where y'all are now through college.
Mm-hmm. And we knew
through the struggles of like,
yeah.
first job out of college.
First-
You know what I'm saying? We
Oh,
barely
we've been through
making
it,
it.
bro.
Like.
But here's the crazy part though. Even in those moments, no kids, we had our first apartment together. We weren't making no money, but bills was paid, bro. Like bills was it's crazy because
Isn't that crazy?
the expenses were so low. You don't realize how the amount of expenses that we have now.
Wild.
Couldn't even fathom.
To think about.
A
mortgage.
What Keith Lee say? For sure, you're right on.
For sure, that's for sure you're right on. Yeah, like bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like bro, we won't making no money, but we were happy.
Making it happen.
We were making it happen.
Making it happen
Bills,
and happy.
Happy, and
I've been there, man.
And that's what social media. It paints this picture of everything got to be up here from the beginning, and don't nobody want to build nothing together these days, bro. Like that's the narrative that's pushed, that's perpetuated online, and it's like, bro, the people who's really building, they ain't doing all this talking online. They really minding their business.
Yep.
Like I saw a reel recently, and the girl was saying, somebody had commented on something, and she was like, I feel like women who are happily married are gatekeeping, like they're gatekeeping like the formula or whatever. And the woman was like, absolutely.
I hate online.
She said, absolutely, we gatekeep.
I hate online
because it's crazy out here in this world. It's crazy on social media. Yeah. It's crazy in the streets. I said, and at some point you got to choose to maintain your happiness. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But yeah. Gatekeep. If people want to ask and ask for your advice, you can give that. You know what I'm saying? But until then, bro, I got a podcast, but me and we chilling. We good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't need this podcast. I'm doing it because it's I enjoy it. But But yeah.
Just to elaborate on just your topic. Why I think people cheat. Hone in on what the both of you said. Unfulfillment, but I want to take it a step further.
Mm-hmm.
I think some people that's all they know.
That's what
all they've ever seen.
Gotcha.
I'm not talking bad on anybody, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's
facts are facts, man.
Everyday life. And it's just a matter of like how do you differentiate, right and wrong.
Mm-hmm. If this is your norm.
This is your norm. So I think that's the case, and I also think it's just a matter. Go a step further, the unfulfillment. Like I think some people are, and again, I'm not talking bad on anyone. I don't. I hope no one ever feels like I'm attacking. Yeah. Because again, just to be vulnerable. I've done things in my past where it wasn't right. I've been in that hot water before, and I know what it feels like to be like that. But also, I also know what it feels like for that other person to be in that hot water because of the things that they've done. And I've, my experiences they shape me for who I am, and when it comes to like relationships and women, two lives have come into this world because of things that have happened outside of a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was very hard, to get back onto like a positive type of outlook on life and relationships. So, I do talk from experience, but I also talk in generalization from the things that I've seen, things that I, dealt with, but also, things that I've read and how, other people m- may react, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I also think that it could be a trauma thing.
Mm.
And it goes back to what B was saying. Like it could be just like a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
It's you've been through so much. Like, how do you heal from that?
How do you get
You
out of
have
this
to go through
cycle?
therapy.
Yeah.
You have to get out that cycle. I mean, I think it can be healed, but are people willing to put in the work to recover from the things that they've seen, done,
Yeah.
went through, and experienced?
Yeah, that part.
And it's just a matter of like what you want out of life. What
Yeah.
do you want out of the person that you want to be with?
Right.
How do you want to dictate your relationship and make that conscious effort?
It goes back
You
to
know,
accountability,
Mm-hmm.
and because I have experienced something similar,
Yeah.
it's a choice. Again, I think how I prefaced, we are all humans. We all have been through seasons. We all have experienced, you know,
Peaks and valleys.
certain things in life,
Mm-hmm.
traumatic situations. Like I said, even for certain people who come from broken homes or have been fatherless or raised by, a grandparent or,
Mm-hmm.
aunt, uncle, and may not have had mom and dad or even seen what a solid, two parent, a
What it looks
loving,
like, yeah.
what it
Yeah.
looks
Yeah.
like, right? Um, but I have witnessed people, my own couples,
Mm-hmm.
clients who have come from, broken homes or not having that and be the most
Yeah.
loving couples,
mhm.
like collectively,
Mm-hmm.
and then turn into the most amazing parents to children, right? And
Mm-hmm.
are raising beautiful children in this crazy world, that we're living in. So it's not impossible. One,
Nope.
it is a choice. Two, and again, like you said, it's all about, what you want out of life and what you desire. That therapy is huge, which we've mentioned. And so it's all about what you want, and
Hey,
making that
shout out to my
conscious
therapist
effort. Yeah,
And I,
shout out to mine.
yeah.
It's about making that conscious
Yeah.
effort. Like, what you want out of life.
Yeah.
for sure.
And if you don't, I encourage you to seek help, whether that is, a therapist, career coach, life coach, whatever that looks like, your circle,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which we spoke about earlier too. Who's your accountability partner? Who are your accountability people? Are your friends calling you out for those decisions? Shout out to my people.
Yeah.
Shout out to my
Yeah, yeah,
friends.
yeah.
Shout out to my circle. Shout out to Angela for, calling me out.
Hey,
Talima is another real one.
Angela.
Yeah, Talima is another real one on my team who was like, yo, like,
You tripping, bro.
get it together.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that, and I appreciate having those people around me, to give that guidance and that correction. I'm not always
yeah.
right. And so, yeah, like seek
I
that.
literally just had, just to piggyback off that, I just literally just had a conversation yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to my boy Dad. He stopped by the crib yesterday. Never know how the conversation will go, and this is not in a bad way because
Mm-hmm.
we're
Mm-hmm.
always talking about we talk about so much. So one of the things he just said, man, yesterday, it kind of like brought and I didn't tell him this, so he probably the first time he heard this act, and this literally just happened yesterday, so it kind of brought tears to my eyes when he left. Like, bro, like somebody I come to about my problems.
Mm-hmm.
If I need advice about something, I know you're gonna like give it to me straight. You hold me accountable for whether I'm right or wrong, and if I'm wrong, you're not a yes man to like
Mm-hmm.
tell me, yo, you're wrong for this.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's family, altercation, relationship. I mean, marriage. I say relationship, but marriage, um, business. No matter what the conversation is, and I heard it when he said it, but I processed it when he left, and it
Mm.
really kind of like resonated with me a lot deeper. And now that you're saying it, it just makes me a little bit more proud, emotional, because not everybody has that.
Sure.
Yep.
Because you think about it, and we bring it back this full circle to relationships and marriage. You have people that really just are yes men in your life. So
Mm-hmm.
who's really telling you like, hey, yo, that ain't cool? You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't it. So that statement that you just made is just, it resonates so deep,
Mm-hmm.
because you have to look around in your circle when it comes to everything,
For sure.
especially this, and
Especially this.
especially this. You know what I'm saying? And like you be like, hey, bro, am I tripping?
Right.
Yeah, bro, you tripping.
Yeah.
Yeah, you trip. Hey, go fix that, bro. Like,
I can recall earlier, going on 11 years now, but earlier on in my marriage where I started to mimic what I saw growing up. Not even realizing it.
not even
Yeah.
realizing.
Not even realizing it.
Not
and
even.
and you just do what's in you. You know what I'm
For
saying? This is
sure.
what you know. Like it ain't no right or wrong. It's just all right. This is what I see. This is what I saw. Therefore, this is what I'm going to do. And I love my dad. Don't get me wrong. My dad
Yeah.
we've had deep conversations
sure.
since we've become men and adults, and me and my brothers have gotten to know my dad in a different light as men.
For who he is.
For who he is, he's changed a lot. You know what I'm saying, over the
For
years.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
The older we
That's
gotten,
amazing.
you know what I'm saying. He wasn't perfect. My parents
Yeah.
weren't perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying. But to that point, as a kid, you grow up in a household where some things just become a normal thing, and then you
Mhm.
start doing it in your own adult life. And if nobody corrects you, you're going to go down that same road where I could foresee in another world where Brandon was bullheaded, didn't want to listen to what Gad was saying. Like, hey, this is how
Yeah.
this makes me feel. This is how this makes me feel when you say this or how you say this. I could be like, man, bro, you tripping. Like, get out of my, like, I
Yeah.
could have did that and we would be divorced right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how Gab was like, hey, all right, try me.
Love that.
You know what I'm saying? Keep doing. I'm trying to tell you, but
Yeah.
I ain't gonna tell you no more now.
hey, you got
Listen, you gotta have a solid one on the team.
right. So I'm a set the stage. So my grandparents, it's gonna all make sense. My grandparents got married on Valentine's Day, years ago, right? So when this was probably some years back when I think my grandfather had passed, but we were still celebrating their anniversary. With my it was all the immediate family, all my aunts, uncles, cousins, and we were all just kind of going around doing a round table, just talking about just love and like what we learned from them, and that was the time where I was in that mirror, literally in the moment that I'm telling you about, where I'm like trying to figure out. I'm at a crossroads. Like, do I go left or do I go right? You know what I'm saying? And
You went right.
I went right. You know what I'm saying? But I was
Good.
explaining to my family. I was like, bro, I said, I saw we saw things growing up that we thought were normal, right? And you don't realize how it affects you until you become an adult. You
For
know what I'm saying?
sure.
You don't realize it, how you internalize certain things. It comes out a certain way. You may say things a certain way to your partner, not even realizing that it makes her feel little. It makes her feel this big. And I was like, I'm like, what are you talking about? And then when I start to sit back and reflect on my own childhood, I'm like, damn, she's right. She's right. So I started to really be more cognizant of like how I say things. It ain't what you say, it's how you say it. Being more collaborative. My granddaddy was like this too, where it's like when he's laser focused on something, don't leave me alone. I don't want your help. Right? My dad was the same way. He was the exact same way. Like, get out, like leave me alone, get out my face. I'm doing this. I've learned, and I think I said this on like an old episode with Gerard said he. I was like, I've learned that me and Gab, the way our brains function is like we are better as a team. Like literally, like something as simple as putting together furniture.
Yep.
right? Something as small as that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are better together as a team.
Sure.
And obviously it goes deeper, it goes bigger. The bigger picture is the bigger picture. But that's what I've learned. I'm like, yeah, this is small, but it's actually a big deal. You know what I'm saying? In the bigger picture. Like, we are so much better as a team. And once I started to embrace that, everything changed.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? So that was a really like a newfound, I don't even know how to explain it. It was
like an aha moment. And shout out to you for acknowledging, right?
Yeah.
And like being willing to kind of take those steps, you know, to correct it before it went a different route.
Yeah, because it was gonna go left real fast. Because she would bring things up. I'm like, oh, bro, you tripping. Like, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, she wasn't tripping, bro. She was just trying to let you know that you can be better. You know?
For sure. So I got one last question before we wrap it up.
Yeah.
Let's just say your significant other has, you know,
stepped out.
We were talking. Yeah.
Okay.
We're talking about, you know, cheating.
Okay.
As your significant other has stepped out.
Okay.
How do you recover from that? Do you recover from it? And if you do recover, how do you move forward?
So I hear you say significant other. For me, that is very different from my spouse.
Okay.
So
agreed.
And I said that across the board because I didn't.
For sure. So if we're generalizing it, I'm not bouncing back from my significant other. You know, it's done. I appreciate you being honest with me. Let me acknowledge that, because that takes courage, right?
Okay.
To even, I appreciate that you respect me enough to come and tell me and let me know, and to give me the opportunity to do what I would like to do with that information, right? I'm that girl, so I appreciate that. But what I am going to do with that information is, you know, move on with my life. Excuse you from my life. Wish you well. Wish you the best. You know, I hope that person treats you well. Hope they have room for you in their life. You know, it's been great. It's been real. I appreciate the lesson, the love, the trips, everything else. I'm not sure that is something that with a significant other that I would bounce back from. My spouse, we're bouncing back. We're going to at least try, put forth the effort to bounce back.
Yeah.
Let me say that.
Yeah.
I feel an obligation to at least try, because we made vows to each other. We made a commitment to each other. I would be remiss if I did not try to dig a little deeper and acknowledge my part and why my spouse felt the need to do what they've now done. Now, I'm not going to say I'm the blame, because again, there are so many other different factors, which we've talked about, and reasons of why people do what they do, of why they cheat or why they step out. But I'm also not going to be naive to the fact that I've played a part somehow, some way. Again, whether there was unmet expectations, either I wasn't listening, I was nagging, I was this, I was that. And ladies, don't come for me. But we also know how we can be, and we know how we are, you know, in certain seasons, right? Because we go through our seasons too of change, and in relationships, we're evolving. And I think that's a huge part of a marriage, right? Being able to support your person, and each other over time. Like, I mean, B Barnes, like you said, like 11 years, you are not the same B Barnes that Gab met 11 years ago, right? So like you guys, right? Like, and that I wouldn't want you to be.
I was much darker too.
They
I was like, no, literally, you I can show you a picture.
20 years ago.
Stop it.
When we first met.
Stop it.
It was 19 to be exact.
When we first met, technically it was freshman year of high school, technically.
Wow. So again, like
when we first got together, it was like the end of it was.
That's
like,
what I said. That's
it was
what
like
I said.
the end of our senior
like,
year. That's
like
when we
years.
became a thing.
So,
it was like end of our senior year.
If you're not evolving over time, right? Like that's a problem. So I mean, you again, being able to support your person through that, right? So obviously there's a disconnect somewhere, you know. So I have to be mature enough to seek that, understand that, acknowledge that, and then all right, like what happened, right? Like, is this something that can be repaired? Is it something that you want to repair from the other person who has stepped out? Like, and for me, like, is this something that we can recover from? Let's address that. Let's figure that out. And collectively, if that's something that we both are, you know, want to do and are able to do, then let's do it, right? And if not, then, we're going to go our separate way as well. And, we're going to bust it down, split it down, whether it's 50-50, 80-20.
Down like a roll.
I'm a hopefully get the 80 and he get 20. But we're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna move forward. And do what we need to do as adults, and respectfully, but learn from it, because there's a lesson in everything. Again, coming from someone who has been married, divorced, and been in that situation. It was a blessing in the lesson, and being apart for the past 5 years. We both have grown so much. Like this being apart was so huge for both of us, right? We have had to navigate the world. I never expected, never planned for my life to be, after I put all this trust and faith in this person. This is not how I plan my life. So having to navigate the world, as a single person was very interesting on both ends, right? And also having a child together and having, again, to co-parent after, we had agreed that we were going to do this, it was different. It was difficult. And thankfully there was no infidelity on our part. There was none of that, thank God. So in our situation, it is repairable, right? Like we can make that decision, and we have tried to make that decision to, repair certain things, but that's neither here nor there. And this is not about me. It is what it is. We know Seti is single. It is what it is. Yeah. And Seti, to go back really quick, I do want to piggyback on what Seti said. Seti is very much a part of my circle, and he is one of those people where if I need someone to play devil's advocate, or if I need someone to tighten me up, Seti is my guy. I'm one of the bros, and Seti is my guy. And I know that I can lean and depend on him for some solid male perspective and advice. Should I need to, when I'm ready to let him in, I definitely will. I'm definitely a very private person, and I operate and move in that way because I just feel like I can fix all my own problems. Me and the Lord. But it is nice to have a male perspective when needed, and I always appreciate his response when needed.
That's dope.
Same here. Yeah,
for sure.
I be needing to hey, bro. Like,
yep. Gotta get it.
What do you
Gotta
think?
Get it. Yeah. What do you think? But no, I do think so. I think, again, significant other, it's going to be very different. That situation and how I respond is going to be very different from my spouse. Both, again, depending on the situation, could be repairable, but I am definitely more inclined to fix things with my spouse versus my significant other. And that is just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I've never had to. But that is just my opinion.
What you got, B?
That was all great. Like I think
profound.
It was very profound. I think
very,
I don't really want to touch it, bro.
Drop
like,
a bomb for Reese. That was tough.
I don't really want to touch that, bro.
You can't. It's hard to come back after that one, though.
Yeah. This, I actually agree with really everything you said.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
told you I was ready for this one, Seti. As soon as I saw it, I was like, this is my time. This is my time to shine.
We're here for it. We can give you the platform to speak your heart and speak your mind.
I love it.
Generalization.
Speak your mind, loved one.
And generally speaking, we're gonna let you speak. Speak your mind.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We're here for it.
That's what we do at the Gentleman's Guide, guys. We are equal opportunity.
Equal opportunities. What's crazy? It's crazy. I haven't told B this, but we have had several requests. Well, I have. I ain't gonna say I don't know if B have. I have had several requests for a female perspective on many topics.
Sure. I'm very picky and choosy about certain topics, and I don't know everybody. You know more people than me.
I will come on anytime.
So Reesey, just be clear.
All topics.
I'm very picky about these types of conversations. And and having other people on about these types of conversations. If you're interviewing somebody, that's different. Like,
right.
If I'm interviewing you, like the wedding planner, that's totally different. But
of course,
to have like a shoot the shit conversation, that's different. So I'm not letting any and everybody on. So
no, for sure, because
we don't.
I'm honored.
Yeah,
I'm honored.
Yeah.
I am so, and I thank you B Barnes. And I know we've shot the shit briefly, on
Yeah.
FaceTime with Seti kind of being around.
Yeah.
But just know that that's what I'm here for. And that is what I do. I'm one of y'all, gentleman, women's guy.
Oh,
But
Hey.
I'm gonna branch out a little bit. But I am honored and I appreciate you guys allowing me to be on and to share my perspective and my thoughts. But yeah, if you want to shoot the shit anytime, call me. I'm your girl. I'm your girl. I'm not biased. We're humans,
we all got a little bit. It's a little bit of bias. We all got a little. This is a teeny bit. Itty bitty. We're humans, we got a little bit.
Humans.
That's the beauty of it, though. We're imperfect. It's okay.
I can't say, women, we just as, it just depends. It just depends on the day,
For sure.
the month, the week, the hour. We're humans. So that's why I'm not, it's not a woman thing. It's not a man thing. We're human.
There you go.
We all have feelings. And so, we all can do everything that one another can do. And so that's why I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I get it and I understand. Because I've done some things in my life too and in my past, so I understand.
Yeah.
And I get it, and I've definitely operated and moved as if I had some male parts, so I get it. I understand.
On that note,
that's why I'm here to shoot shit. So call me anytime.
Well,
I'm happy to provide the perspective on both ends.
Yeah, man, I think this was a really dope episode.
Yeah.
Really dope conversation.
For
Definitely love to have a woman's perspective. Not only just a woman, but my sister, my friend, and my planner, and my everything that I need to bounce ideas off of. And this was amazing. Glad to have you on officially. I know the last time we had you on. It was spurred of the moment. We was on live. We was talking about Kanye West and who we traded him for.
Yes.
So that was the last time you was on. But definitely glad to have you on officially to the Gentleman's Guide. And hopefully we can, if you allow it, we can find another topic to have you on.
We can figure it out.
Will.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm coming back.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Gentleman's Guide, we appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
We understand that you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us.
You're here with us. And we appreciate that. So we out of here. We'll see y'all next time. Like my boy Jigga say. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.